right, we have ourselves a full-size mock-up of exactly how this is all going to go. You can see the cold water line comes in from the back, quarter turn shutoff, stainless steel solenoid, up and out to the water faucet, which will fill the sink. We're not going to do that with plumbed in water at the moment, where you've got a bucket here. And then this red is the one that has the sensor sticking out of the tip of it, which you can't even see, which is kind of the point. And this spot here will be where we make our field connection. Right now we have it set up with some wire nuts, but that red will serve as a conduit to get it back into the brain box with the Arduino, the relay, and the power supply. So we've got our cord hanging down, we've got to plug it in, and then we'll be able to pour some water into this up here and test to hear how everything goes. So go ahead, throw the power on, Chris. Thank you. Beautiful. And the solenoid just opened because we are dry. So right now it would be filling. This would be flowing water until we get up to the water sensor, which is, like I said, sticking out of the tip of this. So we're gonna test it by dumping a little bit of water into our sink here, and we'll get to listen and hear the solenoid and relay flick when it gets to the other, it gets up to the proper water level. So we'll dump it in. So it's filling, it's filling, it's filling, it's filling. Chris is back there for some leverage support. Still going. It should shut off momentarily. Boom, there it goes. So that is, oh, so perfect. The water level is just below the overflow. So we're getting as much water in here as possible. The filler is just a teeny bit higher than the water level because we had the sensor stick out ever so slightly, just so this wasn't actually submerged all the time. And so now, if I let out a little bit of water, so this is a pop-up drain, so I can touch it. I'll try to do it quick so it doesn't lose too much water. But it's almost like it's a toe tap style that you'd find in like a shower. We'll let a little water out. And boom, you heard it. The relay tripped the solenoid, which reopened the valve. Water would be flowing again. So we'll mimic that. Fill it up, fill it up, fill it up, and you'll hear solenoid and relay click. Right there. So valve is now shut. We're filled. Dogs can drink to their heart's content. And we're in really good shape. And actually, I have a little bit of water left in here. We can test a bad condition, say the sensor is not working or something's gone wrong. We can now overfill the sink. Overfilling, but we've got the overflow. And as you can see, water will go through the overflow. Even with the drain plugged, it's a drain that has an overflow hole in it. It'll allow all this extra water that we just poured in there. It'll return back and be lower than the overflow point, which is coming up pretty soon. And we'll be back to a normal drinking level. So it's basically protected where if anything's going wrong and nobody's home, you're gonna lose water, but you're not gonna have a flooded house because it's gonna be going out the drain. If you are home and realize something's wrong, you could simply unplug the brain, and since the valve is normally closed, the valve will be shut and it won't flow any more water into the basin. Everything will be fine. A third option is if for some reason the solenoid valve has gone wrong,
and is stuck open or something like that, we have our quarter turn shut off that precedes the solenoid valve, so we have the ability to shut that off as well if for some reason everything has decided to break. So I will drain out this sink just so we're not putting too much weight, or Chris doesn't have to keep holding it over there. But this also allows the customer, if for some reason this water is gross, oh, you heard the solenoid go again, that's cool. If for some reason this water gets gross from the dogs or dirty or whatever, he has the ability to drain it down within a couple seconds, wipe it all out, plug the drain again. And in the meantime, while he's doing this, obviously it would be trying to refill. This still functions as a valve. So you can actually just turn this water one off, even though the solenoid will be open because the sensor's telling it it's dry. This will not flow water. He has the ability to clean this out, and then he could very simply just open that back up. This will refill. Once it gets to the level, valve will kick, shut back off. Obviously, he'd have to engage the toe tap drain again, but that's what we've been up to over here, is prototyping, figuring out, buying stuff, and today was the day to put it all together and test it. So we've got a fully functioning system. I can't wait to get this into the customer's house and see how excited the dogs are to never be thirsty ever again. Thank you.